Hey party people, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Bean.
And we're second year beekeepers here in Central Virginia. Right there in the middle of your screen, hopefully you can see the queen. We are going through the hives that we split a couple weeks ago.
Out at the pumpkin patch.
At the pumpkin patch. I think she might have just
slipped
gone.
right around the other side. Yep, she's on that side now. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put her back.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Hopefully I can do this without hurting her in any way.
Perfect. So if you remember, we are out at the pumpkin patch. We a couple weeks ago split the hives down. We had 2 hives and we split into 3 more, so we have 5 out here. So we have gone through these 2. We're going through this nuke now, and then we'll go through what next?
We'll probably do this nuke behind us and then this double deep. So, do you want to explain to them so far what we found, what we're looking at, that sort of thing?
Okay, so we are looking for signs of a queen. Every colony needs a queen. So, we had queen cells and different things last time we were here that we moved around. And so, we just wanted to make sure that we actually had queens come back and actually, serving the hives. So, in the white double deep there, we saw no signs of a queen, no eggs, no larvae, no nothing. They have plenty of resources, and there's a pretty good population there, but we didn't see any signs of the queen. This second little green box, we did see signs of the queen. We didn't actually see the queen, but there were larvae and eggs, so we're pretty confident that she is there or came back. And then we dove into this one, and I found the queen for the first time by myself, so I was feeling pretty proud. She wasn't marked or anything. Are you going to do anything with that?
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay. So,
good call.
If you can see all of this burr comb, all of this comb, it's really just not orderly and won't really function well for the hives. So, we're just going to take it and we'll melt it down and make some stuff with it.
Yep, and hopefully if we do this, then the bees will
be promoted to do it correctly this time.
Yep, they'll decide, hey, that wasn't how we should do it. Let's try it again and do a little bit better. I'm going to make sure that these frames are pressed right up against each other, but when they're starting to draw plastic foundation like this, you can run into this issue where, because there's room on both foundation pieces, the bees will build extra on one rather than the same on both, if that makes sense. So that's what we're running into here.
There's a bee in my hand, so please be careful.
Okay.
And yeah, there's extra space in these nukes we found too. I think that they have a little bit more space if there was like a feeder or something. So yeah, so we'll just correct this, and
we get a bunch of comb out of it,
so we'll be happy to
it's not the worst thing in the world. I would have liked him to draw it out a little better, but...
So I'll just take and put this down here. It looks pretty. Lots of holes. It's not nearly as much as you think it is, though. Okay, so that's my little collection for the day. Here's my little bee friend, and hope that they don't sting me. Yeah, so let's go back here.
Yep. Alright, so I'm closing this up for now. Just shake. There you go. I'm going to close this up for now. As I said, well, as you saw, I should say, we know we've got a queen here. This is a happy, healthy hive. We had a queen in our other green box, that one being a deep. We're going to move over here now to this nuke.
Little baby box.
But the first hive, the one that we initially had the queen in, we didn't have a queen in that one. So what I'm thinking is, I'm going to go through, just figure out exactly what we have in each of these hives, and probably I'm going to take the queen that's in that nuke and go ahead and put it back in the full-size hive, and I'll combine them back, and their workforces will start to work together. They're going to be happy because I'm bringing in a queen, and then that hive will start to boom again. And because it's a bigger hive and has more room, it's better to combine it in there.
There might be some fighting, but it will be okay, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a lot of fighting. If we let it get...
You don't have your frame rest up.
Good call. If we let it go much longer, then the worker bees would start to turn into laying workers. So their ovaries would start to produce eggs, and they would begin to lay drones all throughout the colony, just trying to get their genetic material out into the environment before the hive died out. So if that happened, then I would not put a new queen in there, because they would probably kill the queen very quickly. But since we're not at that point, since they're still saying, hey, we want a queen, we haven't done anything about it yet, we should be good to go ahead and put the new queen in there. So I am looking down in here. I'm going to turn a little bit so the sun's better. Just looking for eggs, larvae, anything like that. Signs of a queen. I can also look at the bees and see if I can see the queen.
What's the yellow on this side?
It looks like it was a drone cell. I don't know if it is in the process of hatching out, if it died in the cell and it never hatched out, or what's going on there. But it's old. I'm not seeing anything in here, but don't give up hope quite yet. We've still got a couple frames.
Hopefully you can hear them. They're a
And
little loud.
On top of that, this hive and then the other double deep that we haven't gone into, we only had eggs in. We didn't have queen cells. So we may not have a queen back, but she may have hatched out and just not have gone on a mating flight yet.
How would you have known if she hatched out?
I would think I would see some queen cells around here, which I haven't yet. But so this hive we should be able to give about another week before I'm really concerned about them. So if I don't see anything in these two hives, I'll probably leave them, or at least give them some more eggs in case something did happen where a queen didn't come back, and then come back and look at them again next week and kind of see what's going on.
Get that sunlight in there.
Yep. Some of these older frames, the comb is really dark, so it's harder to see down into the cells and actually tell where the eggs are.
Yeah. See what's going on.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on in this hive.
They're just chilling. Do they even have very much resources and stuff? Like a little bit, but...
Some, but not as much as some of the other hives. But again, they are a nuke box, and we did split them out. So the foragers would have gone back to the original colony. So this is all the nurse bees that have been growing up and starting to work on some of the older bee jobs. Okay, so I don't see any sign of a queen in here. I don't see any queen cells either, which I would think I would at least see remnants of if they had built up queen cells.
Yeah.
So probably what I'm going to end up doing with this hive is finding a frame of eggs from one of these other hives and going ahead and putting them in here. I'll probably replace that frame. And that way these bees should start to build up a queen cell. We'll come back next week, make sure they've done that. If they don't turn one of those eggs into a queen cell, or multiple preferably, then we'll probably just combine them back in next weekend. But for now, I'm going to pop back over, well, not back over, but pop over to this double deep. I'm going to shake these bees into here so that I don't squish them on the edge. Okay. I'm going to pop over to this double deep that we haven't looked into yet and see if we've got a queen over there.
But they're going to have to come back and see that in another video.
A part 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for being here and checking out our nukes. Make sure you come back to see what is in that double deep.
All right.
All right.
Bees out.
Bees out, y'all.